Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how I created this chandelier model in Blender. I use basic objects like cubes, toruses, and cylinder. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Before we start, there's a general tip for positioning and view. Throughout the modeling process, I often press numpad 1 to go into front orthographic view. This helps me align and shape everything properly in the center of the scene. It's a great habit to keep things symmetrical and clean. Alright, for the first steps is creating the pole or the main rod holder. I added cube for the meshes and then I scale it vertically along the z-axis to turn it into a tall rod. This becomes a vertical pole that holds everything together. I also scale it slightly on the Z and Y axis to make it a bit slimmer. To make it more structure, I shape it like a box. For the base, this part anchors the chandelier and connects to the arms. Alright, for the next step is building the curved arm. For the arm, I started with a cube again. I scale it and reshape it to make a long and thin rectangular bar. Then I added simple deform modifier and set it to bend mode to curve it nicely. After that, I duplicated the curved arm around the center pole by rotating 90 degrees increment using R keys and set the correct pivot point. This gave me the 4 symmetrical chandelier arms. For the next step is making the candle lights. I used the cylinders for the candle and then I scale it up vertically to make it tall and narrow, just like a real candle. For the base that holds the candle, I use another cylinder, flatten it, and scale it out to create the dish-like shape, giving it that classic candle holder look. For the chain, I use torus, scale it down to make it thinner and look like a single link. And then I duplicate it using array modifier, adjusting the count and spacing. For the last step is shading and coloring. Once the modeling was done, I move on to material. I added a metallic shader with bronze or copper color for the arms and base. For the candle, I used diffuse and subsurface for the wax, and then I added a small emission shader at the top to stimulate the glow. And also don't forget to adjust the lighting and background environment to make it the chandelier looks more great. And that's how I created the chandelier in Blender using just a basic shapes and modifier. If you found this helpful, feel free to leave a comment. Thank you.